Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including Roku rolling out some big feature changes, including some AI built into Roku's now, YouTube's getting a new user interface, and some big things in TV history. These stories and a lot more, there is a lot more coming up real quick. If you can watch this, hey, if last night you were unable to get on YouTube, you're not alone. Just as I'm about to record this, YouTube went down for roughly 30 minutes in the United States. At the time I'm now finally hitting record, it started to come up in most areas around the world. So if you were getting on there getting error messages last night on YouTube, you're not alone. All right, let's keep moving along. If you want to, you can find a link to each story I'm about to talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. So you can find it there. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. All right, let's jump into it with Roku. Has some big announcements for Roku OS 15. Now, we announced last week that it was starting to roll out. Or we talked a little bit about it this week, but now they've kind of really laid out and told us what's in it. Starting off with new voice upgrades, bringing AI-powered search into Roku's voice search here, to allow you to be more broad and do things like ask for Barbie movies for kids or adults, and help it find movies based on more general topics. And stuff had to be very specific in what you ask through voice search. You know, you just have to be very specific about what Batman movie you want. Now you can say, show me all the Batman movies, and it'll pull those up. Giving you a lot more ability to be more natural in how you speak to your Roku, to control it and use it through AI with that. There's also going to be new ways to watch the live TV zone, where you can either find their live streaming or you can find your antenna through it. Roku has a great free guide for your antenna, which allows you to see everything on it and upcoming programming. Well, now I'll also have a more ways to watch button for a program. If you start a show, let's say you turn on and there's a Dragnet show, love classic Dragnet, and you're halfway through it, and you're like, I want to watch this episode. It will allow you to say, hey, you know, this episode's available for free on maybe Pluto TV or something, or buy it over on Amazon. So you can go get access to it that way, which is pretty nice. So they're going to integrate that more and more and try to be more aggressive in, if you're watching something with your antenna, for example, and you want to find it on a streaming option, or maybe you finished an episode, you turn on and Stargate SG-1 was on, maybe it was Comet or something, and you're like, I would really like to watch the next episode. This will give you the ability to jump and find the next episode on it. Now, this feature's been around for a while. They're expanding it, making it more widely available to more programs with that on it, which is a pretty nice little feature there. I really have always loved it with it. Bluetooth. Now, we did a video over the weekend about Bluetooth coming, or how to access it on different Rokus. Now they've announced that the Roku Streaming Stick and Roku Streaming Sticks Plus, which released earlier this year, the 4K and HD version of the new streaming sticks, will be getting an update to enable Bluetooth headphones or earbuds to connect directly to your Roku. Now, you've been able to do this in a roundabout way through the Roku app on your phone, to play audio through your phone app to watch it on your TV, or audio through your phone app and watch it on your TV. Now, some Roku players like the Roku Ultra and mini Roku TVs do have Bluetooth built in to do this, but now the new Roku Sticks do also, which is a great little feature there. Again, for the 2025 Roku Stick and Roku Stick Plus that just came out this year, now we're going to get an update to get Bluetooth in the coming weeks. Also, more real-time sports, you'll be able to find live scores, and will update under game titles and different things. I believe you can turn this off, they said also. But now in their sports tab, they're going to get more features, which is kind of cool for some people. Maybe you turn it on and you're like, wow, there's a really close game happening in the NFL right now. Let me go watch it with that. So more leaning into sports in their Sports Discovery Hub. And mobile app upgrade, a new feature, a Find My Remote app or feature through the app. Sleep timer controls, daily trivia, closed caption, and more will all be upgraded and integrated into the Roku app with additional features. So a lot of changes coming to Roku TVs and Roku streaming players with that. Let's keep moving along. YouTube is rolling out an updated user interface. I wonder if that has something to do with the outage. But if you're using it on web or on mobile, you may notice the buttons on it and the play, pause, and the progression bar and all that will start looking a little bit different, a little bit more transparent, and just have a little more feel to how the new Android OS update looks also. you'll find some big changes there. Now, nothing crazy here, just the play button is going to look different, the pause button, fast forward, rewind, all that. Minor tweaks with YouTube coming there. Today in TV history, a couple big ones. First of all, Fox News' business channel. It's hard to believe. Part of me feels like it should be older than this, but 18 years ago this week, Fox Business launched in the United States and kind of around the world. It's expanding the success they had with Fox News into television with that. Also, I Love Lucy, and apparently I forgot to transfer the story, but I Love Lucy. All right, somebody help me out here. Leave a comment. I wanted to say it was like 60, 70 years ago, something like that. First premiered in the United States in early 1950s on CBS. Somebody bail me out here because I apparently forgot to include it in my list of stories here. Hold on, let me go to the site. Okay. It's somewhere. I apologize. I think it was like 70 some years ago, something like that. I Love Lucy, one of my favorite shows growing up. We watched it a lot as kids. It was always one of my parents' favorites. Hit reality, or hit TV. I don't know, some years ago. I don't have the story. I apologize. All right, let's keep moving along. We talked about Roku making some changes. Amazon announced some changes for Fire TVs. The Fire TV Stick 4K is getting a new name. To help avoid confusion, the Fire TV Stick Select launched this week, and I actually got a review unit. Came in. Unfortunately, because of the outage and everything else, I wasn't able to finish the review yesterday. I'll have it posted sometime later today if you're watching this on release date. But that's a slightly less powerful version of the older Fire TV Stick, and it also runs the new operating system. Now, though, Amazon has renamed the Fire TV Stick 4K to the Fire TV Stick 4K Plus. This is to differentiate the older, more powerful version versus the new, less powerful version of the Fire TV Stick 4K with that. Beyond that, no changes, just a change in the name to make it more clear between the two versions. All right, more layoffs are coming to Comcast. NBC News this time is laying off about 150 staff, according to a report from Deadline. Roughly 2% of NBC Universal's news group in total, but bigger impact there, bigger percentage of the actual NBC News people. Now, this comes as NBC News is separating itself from MSNBC and CNBC. And with that, they don't need as many news people anymore. It'd be interesting because I think MSNBC was hiring about 100 people. If any of those people will transfer over to MSNBC, we'll wait and see. But with this comes as MSNBC prepares to change its name next month, as Comcast plans to fully spin off its cable networks into an independent company. We'll watch this closely, give you updates as it happens. But another major layoff round coming to news organizations, sadly becoming a regular trend, unfortunately. Hey, over there, Broadcast TV has a major milestone. One of the more popular sub-channels, those diginets, whatever you want to call them, is turning a decade old this month. Sinclair's Comet over there TV network that focuses on sci-fi. It's a joint venture with MGM. And MGM actually pretty much runs the channel, and Sinclair kind of underwrites it and does a bunch of the back end. It's turning 1 year old. On October 31st, 2015 it launched, so this Halloween, Comet will turn 10 years old, and they're going to have a special series of shows and specials for it, looking back at some of its classic shows it's run and more. My favorite have always been the Stargate series that they've shown on there, and Babylon 5. I don't think they're showing Babylon 5 now, but one of my all-time favorite shows there. It's good to see them do it. Bringing back some mentions of the shows. I'm not sure which ones will be mentioned with it. All right, there's a new option for 5G home internet. Now that T-Mobile's taken over Mint, they're launching Minternet. Now, Minternet is a prepaid, cheaper version of T-Mobile's 5G home network running on the home internet running on the T-Mobile nationwide 5G network. Now, with this, you'll be able to get a discounted pricing on this with it, $40 a month without a Mint plan, or $30 a month for internet if you do have a Mint phone. Also with this, another cheap 5G home internet option now available for cord cutters. You may want to check out. I know a lot of people have been big fans of Mint. Let me know, do you use it? It's now being purchased by T-Mobile. I think it closed already. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. And I think T-Mobile now fully owns Mint, but I could be wrong. All right, let's keep moving along. Hey, we talked earlier this year about Walmart buying the iconic mall that was featured in the Dawn of the Dead. I talked about this earlier. It's been confirmed it is being torn down now. They made it official. They're going to tear down that mall, put a Walmart on it, put a Sam's Club on its property, and more. But another iconic movie set and location going away, this time at the hands of Walmart, of all places, with it. Anybody a fan of Dawn of the Dead? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I know we talked about it, but now it's official. And lastly, cord cutting 2.0, which is the idea of people canceling not just their cable TV, but their cable internet, and completely breaking free from their cable provider and using some other service or provider, is getting growing traction. We surveyed over 1,200 of you, and 17% of cord cutters told us they use 5G home internet. The number goes up when you consider other things like fiber and even things like Starlink now with it. Increasingly, 5G home internet is becoming a popular option for cord cutters, even with some of the drawbacks like Hulu Plus Live TV doesn't work on them and more. But the savings, we just talked about Minternet at just $30 a month if you offer it. Many other places have $40 and $50 a month plans also, giving you cheap options for home internet that's increasingly being very great speed, especially if you're not a video gamer. If you just want to stream some Netflix and maybe send some emails, it's not a bad option with it. So leave me a comment, let me know, do you use 5G home internet? Do you like it? What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. Hey, it's like almost 9 p.m. It's been a long day here. I hope you all have a fantastic night. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. A little shorter today, but I hope you liked our videos. It's a little later than I normally record these, but I'm going to go edit this so I can get it live at 7 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Well, until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.